Hey guys, welcome to Instinctual Tarot. I am Dre Eden. And I am here to give you guys a daily read. I am so excited to be here, really. I got my hibiscus tea. And I'm ready to get it in. You guys know how it goes over here. All these messages may not resonate, but we take what does and we leave the rest. And if you find any messages today, I hope they reach you in the best mind, body, and spirit. I was led today to do a reading on the perspective and the just alternatives of different realities, right? And I know this is going to be an hour long session, so yeah, you know what to do. Grab a snack, uh, do all the things, because yes, we about to get into it. Now, the only reason I wanted to do this type of reading is because I really feel a lot of people also need a different perspective of what's going on when it comes to everything that's going on in the world right now. Whether it's between the social differences, the racial differences, right? Just everything, when it comes down to a lot of the DEI situations that we're hearing about, or all these federal things being put on hold, whatever it is, it's the differences for me. And I really feel as if when you have differences, it's a different reality. So here is the differences in reality: mind, body, and spirit. And what do we have? I really feel for a lot of the collective when it comes to insecurity and situations with emotions. Right now would be a time to really watch out for that when we're thinking about differences in reality, and the perspective of what you're thinking. When it comes to my collective, we are really stable within those situations and navigating through those things for the most of it. Right now, what to watch out for is your emotional state, on how you feel in certain differences within your life right now. I see that. But the blessing of that other side of that is the hard work and the responsibility that the collective takes on at this time when it comes to certain situations. So I really feel as if it's taking it one step at a time when it comes to, your foundational well-being and anything within that, right? Oh, it is beautiful. If you're able to very much baby. If you're able to very much know what God's spirit universe has for you, right? It says everything has come to fruition. You mastered all stages. I really feel as if this is a thing to understand. When you're emotionally out of line, that sets you into a different reality, right? Because you're not thinking rationally on some points. Maybe you would do another thing vice what you would do if you were emotionally grounded. I really feel as if a lot of people will misstate blessings because they're too emotional within the situation, mind, body, or spirit at this time. This is what this is telling me. So take a particular approach and you will succeed. Okay. So when we talk about them differences within our life, it all starts with you having a certain alignment within your body, mind, body, and spirit. Please be conscious of that. The Hierophant, this is hierarchies, systems, right? Or the major top issues within life, mind, body, and spirit within that. Pay attention to the structure of those things, right? Curiosity, restlessness, mental energy. I really feel as if at this time, a lot of things are going to try to wear you down mentally, so you are unable to go on and do, great work within that reference, right? What we have on the bottom here, we have better to live the truth than to live a lie. Is that not the truth? I really feel as if certain conversations will come into you to probably make you want to hold on to your security just a little more, or this is a sign to secure yourself a little more, mind, body, and spirit, whatever that means to you at this time, whatever God, spirit, universe gives to you to secure, right? We have the Two of Swords. Listen to your inner voice when you make decisions, because your body is going to tell you where you need to go, how you need to go, and what you need to do within that situation by any means necessary, right? For whoever resonates with that, we have the Ten of Cups. That's emotional fulfillment. I really see that the collective is going to get to the other side of whatever this is that try to counteract with you emotionally, because you have a stance on doing that. Miracles only happen is when you step into those situations. It says everything is blossoming. Life is a miracle for you guys. Fulfillment, dreams are coming true. Happiness and paradise. Looking ahead, expansion with rapid growth within those situations, right? We have legacy and inheritance on that Ten of Pentacles. So whatever your legacy is to you, only you know what God, spirit, universe gave to you. Maybe it's a family thing, an ancestral thing for you guys. That's something to pay attention to at this time also. Okay. What is the differences? The differences is the providing for certain situations. This is crazy because when we talk about the institutions and the hierarchy, maybe the presidency in certain situations like that, we have the Six of Pentacles giving, as you can see, someone that's very, I call the red, the passion of it all, right? Somebody in red giving someone less fortunate or some other situations, but it speaks of generosity, sharing, and giving. If you wasn't in the right emotional stance to give, right, would you be able to be that person for someone else, right? You're not able to do that, right? I'm emotionally stumped, so my finances could play a part in that. Could play a part in that, right? It says inner voice, intuition, divine truth, emotional stability. For some of you guys out there, it's about there you go, that word again. So when we speak of different realities and what we live in, it's all a mindset, right, guys? It's all how you choose to look forward within those things. We have the Hanged Man here, sacrifice, perspective, relief, and disengagement in situations. And that's really not really playing to certain situations that don't have the right angles, right? To wherever that is for you. We have the Three of Wands here. We're looking ahead, expansion, rapid growth. Again, when it comes to that High Priestess card, it says, let your inner voice guide you to certain situations. Sharing your wealth builds more wealth. And that explains or kind of goes towards how are you sharing your wealth within that situation. If we speak in between an inner embodiment of that situation, I really feel as if sharing your wealth is knowledge or certain things within that. That's why Instinctual Tarot is here, because we like to do that. But when it comes to speaking about that, the differences in reality, remember that's tied to your emotional well-being. Because then, who was talking about it? I think it was 19 Keys, because I listen to him a lot, and I think he was saying basically on being the person. It was either 19 Keys or Shavi Zane. I think it was 19 though, when he was basically saying like being within an embodiment, and yeah, it was 19 because he was speaking about the alternate realities of how you are one thought system or something away from the person you are and then the person you could be, so to speak. So it's like reacting in a certain type of way that would make you either stay the course of where you're at or become the person that you should be, right? Just making the choices, having choices, and then living within those situations where you're able to come out on the other side. So I really feel like that's what this means when keeping your your emotions aligned with a point where you're able to get to your 10 of Pentacles. Right, let's move on. We have the Justice card here. Use your intuition to set your moral compass. Truth, karma, fairnesses, accountability, law calls in effect. I think the collective knows that very seriously. And when we talk about different timelines and different realities, what is the reality do you want to see? Do you want to be the one that is emotionally grounded within a situation, not able to see the clarity through how you navigate through your emotions? Or do you want to be the 10 of Pentacles, stable within the foundational set of who you are to be, the high priestess within your energy, listening to that inner voice, having divine truth within the systems of how you think about things? That's very prominent right now for you guys out there that is listening. We got King of Pentacles in reverse. We got the Donald Trump card, the excess greed, baby, and the stubbornness of it all. Some energies might be come off to you as stubborn, or maybe that's how you would view it in your reality if you're unaligned with the first card, which is the Queen of Cups coming at the King of Pentacles. Someone that is unable to keep a foundation sturdy, stubborn in their ways. Countering, right, the Queen of Cups, which is someone who is emotionally dependent on others, external energies instead of internal energies. In that, we got to watch that. We got an Ace of Pentacles, opportunity, prosperity, and new ventures. If you're able to hold your emotions together, that's also in a more tangible type of way too. The things you touch, feel, and see. And I also speak, I think it was the live yesterday, guys, and I spoke about definitely the things that when I was saying you got to be careful for things that you hear, that you see, you got to be careful for those things because they will set you on a trajectory to be in a different reality than what you are. Having poison into your ears, poison the mind, just like they say TV poison the brain. I mean, it's the same, right? Okay, we got impatience, self-doubt, and weakness when we got the strength in reverse. When it comes to certain justice situations, it is to weaken, like we talk about them systems that we're talking about, right? Even if there's the hierarchy, right? When we talk about the Hierophant, 5 could be significant to some of y'all. 12 also, we have 11 on the board. And I really feel as if with the sacrifice, release, disengagement to things, certain energies come to you for you to be disengaged with these situations. It's very much giving that when we got the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Cups in reverse. It seems like, oh, pay attention to this and don't pay attention to this. But the 10 of Pentacles is upright. So that's telling me that my collective is very much paying attention to what you should, your funds, your financial situations, and how that, speaks and leaks off into your life as a collective, as a brand, right? Whoever you are, how you are emotionally tethered to your finances, right? To your family, to your children, whatever it is for you. The 4 of Cups, baby. For most, when we talk about the differences in reality, what is a missed opportunity for you? Because I did a reading this morning on um, fan base. For those who want to know, if you go to fan base or you got a fan base or you would like to join fan base, I am over there. It's an app. Go over there, Instinctual Tarot on fan base. More intimate, I would think, more for people who want to hear directly who you are as a collective. I like it over there. I just got connected today. So I did my first piece of content. So it was really cool. So if you would like to join fan base, I am over there. But getting back into it, I was saying, I think on that same live yesterday, about it's all how you look at things, right? What is the missed opportunity to you? Is it that you missed the opportunity so you're unable to move forward within a situation? Or did that missed opportunity was just what you needed to fall into what was for you? Right? It's all how you look at it. What about this different reality? Huntsy, the differences in reality, panic, waiting, slowing down, exhaustion, fatigue, and unsure motives within situations that have to do with your financial makeup, right? Everything. Ten of Pentacles is the highest vibration up here, besides, of course, the Hierophant and the High Priestess, darling. So that's your mental meeting up with your emotional stability to have the tangible things within your life, major foundational shifts when it comes to that. The differences in reality between me and other people is I'm always optimistic, right? No matter what happens in my life, I'm always optimistic. My glass is always half full, like no matter what is going on, because I can look at things from the other spectrum, even if that is the reality. I don't have to really be in that, because I always find that me coming from a higher vibration of how I feel, I make better decisions. Now, all hell can be breaking loose within how I am around my energy, around where I'm at. But how do you see that within your life, right? That's the differences of reality, right? And we have need and poverty, hardships. I really feel like the collective, you're going to see hardships around you, whether you go through hardships yourself in the near future, right? But when we talk about differences of reality and it's connected to your emotional stance, I want to keep narrating that. It's all how you look at it. Please understand that you could be seconds away from your blessing, but you chose to be doubtful within a situation. For those who can resonate with that, right? Having fatigue, unsure of your own motives, not being able to look within inside in certain situations could be a thing. For some of you guys out there, it's okay to go through the emotions. It's not okay to stay there. Right? Soon as we realize that, okay, it's a problem and this is a thing, I have to shift, my energy to something else. That's the best. You got to pivot in this world. And I think people are unable to be successful in certain energies of what they're doing, right? Everybody is different. Success is different between everybody. But people are unable to pivot because sitting in something too long starts to corrode. And definitely when it comes to negativity around the wrong people, letting the wrong people in your energy, being at the wrong job, it all goes hand to hand within those situations. So we got to be conscious of those, right? We got better to live the truth than to live a lie. Is that not the whole truth? And nothing but the truth. I really feel heartbreaks and tensions are going to run high within this situation. It's only coming on, the differences of reality. How do you see it? Now, it says heartbreak, suffering, and grief. And those are all real emotions, right? Why? Conversation, security, and fatigue. That Four of Pentacles, again, stating holding on to something too tight, being too safe can also be a problem. Yes, security is one thing, but insecurity, it can turn into insecurity real quick, right? Collective, we got to be careful of that. The King of Wands, big picture, a leader, overcoming certain obstacles within your life, making it to the next step, the next pivot of this Ten of Pentacles that I see. Very wise, out of your emotions and into your feelings, so to speak. I like that. Fire signs are here. Earth signs are here. We got water here. We got all of them. We got air, baby. Autumn. We got the Two of Swords, making the right decision at the right time. Difficult choices, indecision, and confusion comes in when we are out of line with our emotions as well. Be careful of that. The Queen of Wands. We have the King and the Queen come up in the same aspect. Courage and determination. Overcoming obstacles, passion, and joy leads right after that. So the differences in reality could also being that you're looking out on rapid growth on what you, so you understand the saying like we see it, so shall it be. I really feel as if that is a thing. It says find your inspiration and take action. Hence why I'm always here. Because I'm always in my inspiration. Nobody can ever take that from me. I don't care what's going on around me. I have my own set and life journey, right? The same thing as the emotional baggage of certain family situations and the dynamics within that. I really can't do nothing for nobody else as far as their emotional set. You have to go within yourself to find that, right? And I think the collective does that very well when it comes to having the courage and the determination, the passion to move forward within themselves. Love it. We have the Lovers card here. It says, be open to love fully and receive. Relationships, choices, harmony, and affection is a thing that you will feel after the pivot. That is the differences in reality. I see. Understand the Hierophant card. The fifth card, spiritual guidance, divine laws. If you stay within that realm of thinking, you winning, baby. You is winning. The Two of Cups is the give and take when it comes to love within your heart. That would be the differences in reality at this moment. I really feel as if it says relationship choices, harmony, affection, right? And what partners that? Unity, partnerships, and releasing disentanglement for certain situations. It's a certain connection that you got to have with spirit, God, universe to make it to the next step. Six could be significant to some of you guys out there. If you resonate with that, we have the Sun card, which is the 19th card, which I love that. Vitality, blessings, enlightenment, joy, and warmth after making the right decisions within situations. It becomes the difficult choices, right, collective, within those situations that makes, confusion. So we got to watch out for that. Let me get a little more energy out here. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Okay. What do we have here? Judgment, taking action, opportunities, calling renewal within situations that have to do with the High Priest card. It's very much listening to your inner voice. 20 could be significant for you guys out there. These opportunities have a lot to do with your emotional stability. What did I come on, Spirit? Right? Got a lot to do with your emotional stability, coming from having emotional insecurity with the Queen of Cups all the way to the High Priestess. I like that. Let your inner voice guide you. Divine truth. I tell ya. Okay. One more and then I'm going to switch decks for this reading. We got the Fool in reverse. Starting from a chaos, lack of direction, and lack of adventure. Those are the type of people I truly stay away from. People that have no desire for nothing, no life outside of just pretty much running their mouth. I get paid to run my mouth, but I know like it'd be the people at work. I kind of say this for it too. I was like, if you run your mouth all day, you can get paid for that. That's the differences in reality. See how I get paid for it and other people don't. That's a difference in reality. Let me get some more energy out here. Okay. What do we have here? We have rumors, gossip, and nosy. The sipping card. Let me think about this when it comes to differences in reality. That's funny because what did I just say? Rumors, gossip, and nosiness. I really feel as if there's two types of people in this world collective. There are those who totally understand what information does, right? Certain information can spoil the brain, like I said earlier, or the certain information can send you on the right trajectory to be who exactly you need to be. Right, I really feel as if when it comes to rumors, gossip, and noise, that this does not do this type of energy does nothing for the collective within themselves because you got to be fully who you are. So if you ever heard a rumor or if you ever heard gossip, that it doesn't put you in any type of way because you are secure in the person that you are, collective. And I really find that you guys are just like that. We have signs and synchronicities. Signal here, messaging from the universe. I really feel as if this come up to be a thing within the collective and this is how you feel, mind, body, and spirit, you don't really have to worry about it because these are the differences in reality. Someone will not be able to account or counter you with these type of energies, even if it was something that worked in the past. We have a storm warning, upheaval with obstacles, wrecking ball, and drama that might enter, just as it is entering society and everyday norms that we're going through, right? But you were seeing the signs and the synchronicities within that when it comes to the differences of reality. All right. We have liquid courage, bravery, confidence, intoxicated, and odd behavior might be something that is around you. Make sure that that energy that you have within that is ghosted out of yours. We have finances. We want to pay attention to the finances that we have. It speaks of money problems and material things. It also speaks of a certain success. What is the differences in your reality? How are you seeing your finances? Is it problems, or are you looking at it in more of an successful manner? Right, we have travel. That can be mind, body, and spirit, or it could be physically traveling, generations, children, ancestors. I'm thinking that that's more of an energetic travel at this time when we think of storm warmings, wrecking balls, having liquid courage within that. This is a pot of, and then the rumors and gossip noise ahead of that. This is a whole lot of um distractions. It's a whole lot of distractions. Everything wants to distract the collective at this moment because I really feel as if nobody understands the ways and the works of how we think within our mind, body, and spirit. Be careful. We have regret. Why? Over legal matters. I really feel as if this is that remorse that a lot of them Trump supporters are having over the legal situations. You know, casting your ballot within that situation was a legal stance. It was, and look what's going on. Look, after voting your casting your ballot, look of everything that's going on that has to do with legal matters. I really feel as if a lot of portion. Um, and we speak of rumors, gossip, and nosy. That's a low energy, right? So it's really speaking about the lower energies trying to counteract the higher ones for the choices that they made within their life, and that's mind, body, and spirit. I'm not just speaking about the legal matters and legislative and the presidency and all that. I'm talking about anything that has to do with you as the collective moving forward within your life. I think a lot of people have a lot of regrets of maybe how they treated you within the situation. That's the differences in reality. What we have next, we got proposal over unexpected proposal, shocking situations with a soulmate. Why? This has got a lot to do. There's a lot to do with, connecting with someone on a spiritual level. Soul connection, soul contracts over situations. Why? Music over the nostalgic feeling of harmony. Ex lover, being tied between two people, seeing the difference of that. Some of you guys may have an ex-lover. I said nostalgic too, and that came up. That is now in regret over a situation of not handling you the right way. Probably now see that you're in the soul. You are the soulmate. That was the differences in reality at that point. Right? Maybe they didn't see that the first time around that you guys were together, but now they absolutely see that for what it is. We got toxic relation. Maybe the relationship was toxic and now you are single and, you know, treating yourself, giving yourself all those good things that what another person, another energy, right, didn't give you before. That was the differences in that reality. Some of you guys made beautiful families out of this situation, and it still ended up toxic fights, codependencies, and misunderstandings. Maybe now you are very much triggered when you see different things or hear different keywords within your life at this moment. If that resonates with you, we have secret crush and fear over what? Over home situations. I really feel as if someone now, going back to that nostalgic word, somebody now understands that you probably were everything within that situation that you are now not. Well, that they are now not or unable to connect with. Now that's tragic. That is tragic. Moving along, we have spiritual awakening. I love it. And breaking up over that. I really feel as if you guys came into awakening with yourself and how that is having enlightenment one way or another, had an epiphany, a rebirth within your own mind, body, and spirit. This was the breakup between everything that you can state right now. It's like those saying you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, right? Once it's out, it's out. And I really feel as if for most of you guys, once you spiritually awakened one way or another, and you don't even have to use that word, right? I'm just saying that here because we had instinctual tarot, but you don't really got it don't even got to be that deep for some of you guys out there. Maybe you live a spiritual life, but you know, you're not candle burning and sage savvy like me or whatever, or maybe you are, but the point is your spiritual awakening happened within. It doesn't have to be voiced, right? And I really think that that was the walking away and the ending and separation of certain situations within your life, and stating you can't put the toothpaste back in the toothpaste. You will never go back to those situations again, no matter how they show up within your life. That is the differences in reality. We have anxiety here, depression, honey, for rolling the dice, trying to take a chance and have strategy. I'm not even gonna say a leap of faith within this situation, but people do have anxiety over you not being there anymore. Uh they got a difference in reality over that point. Hurt, betrayal, grief, and disappointment within situations within your their life, and wanting you to surrender to the fact that they are not around no more. Collective, be careful of that. I really feel as if the patience that you have for giving something up that maybe that you loved, right? Walking away from something that was lovable to you, but having to choose yourself is a thing, right? And that's the differences in reality. We got divine timing. I love that. And on the bottom, we have the snake card and the player. I really feel as if these energies was a soulmate to you, they played in your face and they finally got their differences in reality, because now, not to say that you see them as an enemy, but you just will not trust um these energies no more. And I'm sorry if trust is off the table. I think everything is gone. Let me get some more energy for some other collectives out there. If that resonates, please hit the thumbs up button, guys. Like it. Become part of the community by, following, subscribing, wherever you at. All right. Where I'm gonna go? I'm gonna go to some lower levels oracle, and I'm gonna pull on them. See what we got here. I can't express myself. That's a good one. When we speak on differences in reality, right? And someone say, I can't express myself. Usually that's one-sided. Usually you have a person that can very much well articulate what they need to say very well. And then you have someone that's just like in their feelings. They know what they want to say, but they're unable to tell you because they either don't want you to know how they really feel, or letting you know how they feel sort of gives you a heads up or a one over on them. But every grown person know how to express themselves. Now that's giving the benefit of the doubt. Let's take that back. Everybody know what they want to say. Should they say it though? Right, is the conflict. I really think through my collective, we don't waver between that. People that keeps it 100, and yeah, no, got to give it to you straight up, no chaser. In that, that way, I really feel as if it is hard to express yourself to somebody that has the ability to be so clear within their life. So when you counteract that, or that comes within your life, yeah, that's hard. So I want to say be careful of someone that says, I can't tell you how I feel, or I can't express myself. 9 out of 10 is something that they are hiding within that situation, collective. All right, that's what I got from that. I don't know if that resonated. Ooh, too many sexual desires, and half the time it's that. Sometimes sexually, some people like you in a certain type of way, and depending on how you guys got together, how you met, it's hard to tell you that, I want to knock them boots, so to speak, or however that is, and however that enters your life, right? But having sexual desires for someone, and we speak about the differences in reality. Maybe the differences of reality is maybe that someone's straight, or someone's gay, or someone's, pan, and then someone is a free thinker within their sexual desires. However it goes within that, I really feel as if I can't express myself in sexual desires is someone wanting to tell you definitely how they feel about you, but maybe society norms stop them from doing such. Right, moving forward, don't put up with my BS. I don't think you even gotta ask that twice. I don't think the collective really put up with people BS when it comes to how they feel over situations, when it comes to expressing ourselves. I really feel as if it was sexual desires that was on the table, that was what was expressed in the beginning, whether someone took that for what it was, to become that much, much more. When it speaks of express, that's a service, a giving, right? But when it speaks of don't put up with my BS, I really think that goes hand in hand for the collective that really don't. I mean, if you wanted something, you should have spoke up about it, right? I ain't gonna go diabolically spiritual on you guys. I'm not even gonna get that deck. I'm gonna get the regular Rider Waite. I can't express myself. Why? We have rushing in strength. I really feel as if someone can express themselves because they move in a mile a minute within their emotional state, right? Their thoughts go over and over where they are not sure of themselves, unable to move forward. This could be a Leo for some of you guys are here because we have the strength card here. I really feel as if they took the time to just slow down a little, they'll be able to counteract and enter in what the universe has for them. Then they'll be able to express themselves very much well. That's kind of crazy because you can't be like, I can't express myself and then be strong. So that what shows me is putting up a front. It's a rushing in. It's a trying to ride through the emotional state itself. It's being very mental. And that's why I said I think they're playing on one of the collective's minds when they want to say that, oh, I can't express myself. Yeah, you can. You choose not to. When it comes in with the Nine of Swords and the Strength card, that they're strong in what? Right. That's the differences in reality. What about the sexual desire? We have the Page of Wands and the King of Swords. So when you think about sexual desires, so mentally really, really wanting you, collective, real bad, whether male or female, take the energies where they lie, right? Really, really, really wanting you, but unable to take the first step in how they feel about that situation. It's all in their mental, right? It's all in their head. It's very clear and they want to. But when it comes to absolutely moving forward on that, they're a novice. Okay? Don't put up with my BS. Hi, Diskia. Diskia. Hope I said that right. Hi, Diskia. When we think about people saying don't put up with my BS, I really feel as if it's the illusions that they trying to set upon on the collective as a whole. Right. I really think it's the illusions, the look at me. When we talk about sexual desires, it's I'm sexy and all of this, everything but what it should be. And remember, from jump, this energy cannot express themselves, but they're rushing in, throwing everything else to the wall and seeing what's trying to stick when it comes to the collective within this situation. I really feel it says don't put up with my BS, and then they give you all of these things to worry about or to focus on when that ain't the focus. That's the differences in reality, because don't put up with my BS, but I'm about to throw everything at you. But I don't want you to really focus on me, but I'm about to, emotionally drive you to the ground, so to speak, for some of you guys out there. Be careful. That's the differences of reality. Okay. A lot of these people can't express their self, mind, body, or spirit because they need to take the time to go within and really have an emotional stance on who they are as a person. That's why they can't really express themselves. They find themselves trapped in the beginning of a situation when it comes to the collective. You guys hold a lot of power within these energy heads. Rented space, as they call it. You have that very much, a lot of it when it comes to these energies. And when they think about you, King of Cups is here, emotionally balanced. You guys are, I think that's a lot, emotionally and mentally balanced within these situations. So you seem or come off, definitely are, right? If you're watching this channel, you are mentally together within those situations. Well, cross watchers, how you doing? But with any situation, these why these energies have the problems that they have with the collective mind, body, and spirit. They can't really pull the wool over your eyes. So it's like, okay, I don't mess with you. Like these is energies that try to walk away from you and thinking that you're gonna fold first. It's been like 2-3 years and you still ain't turned back, still ain't dialed the number, still didn't call, still didn't go back. And it's like, whether you walked away full-heartedly, and I know you did, collective, because that's the only way we leave. Speaking of leaving, be careful what you take with you when you leave. A lot of people take a lot of baggage mentally with them when they leave, and they never have peace within those situations. I don't think that is the collective's issues, even if his sexual desires was in that situation for you guys. Could have been the best sex you had in your life. You walked away from it and you could be celibate today after it. But it was the best thing that you did for yourself. Beautiful. Making the right decisions within situations moving forward when it says don't put up with my BS. Making the right decisions. Blind headed decision over it. Queen of Swords. There's a lot of queen, king action coming when it speaks of mental. The king right there, the queen right next to it. Don't put up with my BS. Damn sure ain't going to do that. A lot of people see you as someone that's foundationally stable when it comes to how you exhort your energy one way or another. That's a beautiful thing, guys. Beautiful thing. I love that. Get a couple of more. The World card. Restless. Ooh, baby. I want you guys to know that, baby, I want you guys to know that when you change your world, that's the differences in reality. Whoever was a part of that world or a part of you one way or another in those situations, as soon as you stepped away, took your energy back and did the things, this is what happens to those energies. They have sleepless nights, mental anguish over the situations that goes on within their life because you was tethered to that one way or another. Remember, everything is mental, right? We think if, so shall it be. And I really feel as if once you change the trajectory of how you feel within your mind, body, and spirit, everything goes to hell. This is how people is feeling when it comes to you. And like I said in the earlier readings, this reading, but the earlier cards was how you feel is the differences of how you make it up to be within your head is how you'll be able to move forward within that. Some people see how I want to put that. Some people see being in your space was a joyous situation, but some people try to use you within that, right? They try to use what you knew. They try to use what you have to get ahead within life. So they already revered you for who the person that you were, collective, right? And this could be mind, body, and spirit, family, friends, your own children for some of you guys out there, acquaintances. Put this anywhere in life, right? They already revered you for the person that you were, and they really respected who you were, but then they try to use you for the systems and whatever you have going on within your life. Always needed to know something, always needed and know that type of guidance within that. So when you walked away, it became hate because they already loved you, but they never told you that or never extended that back to you. It was always one-sided with these relationships. You will always know it's one-sided within these type of relationships. One person calls somebody, the other person will not. One person stay bestowing love on the person, another person will not. So when you take that away, that means they're tethered to a certain energy that's within you. And when you snatch that away, it becomes this. A straight Capricorn, a devil, honey. Not for you Capricorns out there, but where am I going to go next for these last 10 minutes, darling? Let me get a little more. I was about to ask why the devil, and I did ask in my head, and this what came out. The Judgment card. It was the basis on helping you heal and them. I think it goes both ways. Those are the differences in reality because I can't want your healing more than I want for me, right? It starts home first. So if I'm healing and you hating me for healing, I'm gonna pray for your healing too. That you get over that, but I can't live within the hate that you bestowed upon me in the first place. If that makes sense, right? I'm mad because you did me a number. No, we're not going to do that. And that's why I spoke about that. The differences in reality is how you see things, right? Just because somebody did you dirty, are you one of those persons who's like, oh, I got to get my lick back? Your lick back is moving on and being stronger. Dashia, I am a Capricorn. You a Capricorn girl? Well, welcome. I was just saying, not all Capricorns live within that devil energy, but we know you got it in you because it is the Capricorn card, right? Like it's there, but I'm not saying that you is not on the spectrum of that. Capricorns is some of the most beautiful light that we have out there, right? But I was just saying that a Capricorn can turn into a devil real quick, as all energies, as all signs can. Right. Here we have the judgment card within that situation. So you don't want nobody to lead you into anger, as the good books say, right? You want to stay on the best spectrum of what God's Spirit Universe has aligned for you at this time. The King of Pentacles come out to say foundational strengths will be great if you're able to keep a mental tag on how you feel, your emotions. It's a three-part system here. Emotions, feelings, and your mental stability will open up a whole new world for you at this time. Let's move on. We have battered and bruised over systems for holding on to things too tight. I really feel as if a lot of people going to be hurt in this new world order, or this different reality, as this segment is called, right? A lot of people will be hurt within those situations if they held on to things too tight for their own acknowledgement and self-worth within that, right? We have the Ten of Pentacles, very beautiful. If you did listen to your inner voice and how that manifests back towards you, right? What is yourself telling you right now to move forward and to move into what God's Spirit Universe has for you? What's the beauty in all those systems and all those situations for you? How do you resonate with the new coming life that God's Spirit Universe has for you, right? Where does it begin in that system? And are you strong enough to exit out all other energies within your life and pay attention to what's for you? Because the distractions could be great. Remember we talked, baby, those distractions will have you in the shadow self. You see that? Will have you in the shadow self. But are you able to, stick to what God's Spirit Universe has for you? Stay to your social norms of understanding the quality, the investment of your own life, and what that means to you. Beautiful. And the moon. So everything will come to light if you're looking for questions or answers on situations and how you're feeling about things that got to do with people playing mental games with you. Just go within. You'll get it. Very simple. Simple answer. Yes, darling. Be prepared also, guys, to see people living out their karma. And you got to be okay with that, collective. Sometimes you have to be okay with people, on their emotional stride to do whatever is for them within that situation. You can't be a super saver hoe all the time. You have to be careful about the energy that you exude to certain energies. Everybody doesn't deserve your energy. And I treat people as such. I treat every energy as such. Everybody does not deserve your energy. The Bible say be a blessing to everybody. It don't say be a fool. All right, we're going to move on to another deck to end this out and see what we got going on. Y'all know where I'm going, right? Yeah, I know where I'm going. The Evil Eye deck, darling. It's a final ending. We gotta go there. I mean, how not so? I want to thank everybody that watches, subscribes, likes the videos that I do. It's a growing community, and I'm very appreciative. Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching right now, Twitch, all the things. I want to thank you. Quick message: I am on Fanbase. It's an app. A little more intimate engagement. All my videos are there in one place. So I did a live. So I do different lives for Fanbase. If you would like to subscribe over there, download the Fanbase app and come and join. And I think I'm gonna do more personalized, exclusive content on Fanbase than anywhere else. So, yeah, I can't wait to see y'all guys over there. And of course, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube. Everywhere, Instinctual Tarot. Okay, darling. For the Evil Eye deck, we have the Evil Eye itself. Now, this card don't always come out when I do this. Let me take a drink. Take a drink, darling. The Evil Eye. Now, it's funny because it's called the Evil Eye deck, but this card rarely comes up at all. But here we have it. It says, someone envies you to the point of them not wanting to see you succeed. And as I always say over here at Instinctual Tarot, what is envy? Right? It's a form, it's a form of love on a lower spectrum, very low energy when it comes to you envying someone's life or who they are as a person. I think individuality makes the world go around, right? That's why this energy has no power. When someone envies you, they're going to have no choice but to see you rise because their energy is so low. It can't meet up. It can't come up to who the person in that energy is going after wants. I dare not envy nobody. I dare not. I respect where people are in life. As I want people to respect my boundaries and where I'm at. Competition has nothing to do with me. I compete with thyself, right? These are a few affirmations, guys, if you want to write them down, because I live by them. Yeah, I don't envy anybody because we all don't know what it took for somebody to get here. Like, people don't know what it took for me to become spiritual and to do the work that I do on my own personal level, personal time. What's for me is for me, and what is for others are for others. And that's just to remind, the person that envies or gives hate. And usually the person that envies and give hate has no dealings within the spiritual world or don't really know thyself, which is painful if you're 40, 50 years old and you have no clue where you're going in life. Start from the baseboard. I always said when I was even little and coming up that, energy starts on the sidewalk. Sometimes you got to walk it out and it'll come to you. You got to meditate. You got to, do things so that at this point, they will have nothing and no point but to see you succeed in what you do, because it's one thing that the collective don't do. We're protected and highly favored, and the evil eye does nothing but put you more on your game than anything else. Let's move on. It says love binding spell. Someone is working to have you so tied to them. That is ugly. Binding, honey. I don't like binding. And I really feel as if to want to put chains on somebody is weird. I mean, a little kinky if that's what you're into. I'm not saying that. But to not authentically show up as yourself and have this feeling. It's crazy what I see on the bottom. Obsession. We're gonna just drop that down there too. I really feel as if you can't show up as your authentic self, then you got to do some soul searching within yourself. Someone is working to have you soul tied to them. If the work is going like behind your back, it's not really within your face. It's not really a good thing, right? Someone should be able to express themselves to you, but like we seen in the card reading before this section with I'm unable to tell you how I feel or whatever. It said it gives love bombing. Right. It gives I want to love on you, but at this point I'm just going to do it behind closed doors, or really like set you up to fall in love with me type of energy. It's not a forthcoming, it's not face to face wanting those energies within your life, mind, body, and spirit, and then they fall flat because usually it's someone who envies what you do. And I always say everybody got the same 24 hours in a day, do we not? Everybody got the same 24 hours, but to envy somebody is weak. That's why that energy never really resonated with me. And here goes another one, obsession. Someone is so obsessed with you to the point where they cannot stop thinking about you. That's a mental illness. But where we're going to go with that is, I really feel as if with these three cards, it is the same energy. One, because we got the eyes and the chains of a heart, two eyes and the chains of a heart, meaning not able to live up to who you are as a person. So I choose to hate on that. I choose to envy and want that. So my energy for you is not good. It's more on a low spectrum of how I feel within that. And I don't want you to succeed. Now, I don't personally know what this feel like because I've never been into this energy. When I seen something that I revered, and my cousin can tell you this. I used to tell her, "Ooh, I can't wait to have that," or "I can't wait till I can't wait till that's me. I can't wait till I get to that point." It was always those type of system. Oh, not they think they all that because they got that. That never came out my mouth, like never. Because as I said before, you never know what somebody had to do to get to the emotional state, the physical state of where they at in life. So for these energies that live on the envious spectrum, I really feel as if they are always unable to make it to the next. God don't put no inspiration in their heart to overcome and make things out of life, to be the concept creators within their own life, because they too worried about hating on the divine collective. Okay. How you gonna thrive if your wings are cut? Like you're cutting your wings every time you choose to obsess and overindulge into other bodies, someone else's affairs. There is no focus on you if you envious. There's no growth within you if you have malice in your heart. We got to get over that, darling. I'm gonna get one more and I'm gonna get out of here because we hit our hour mark, darling. We have a love block spell. Someone does not want you to be happy and love. And I'm going to end it with a good old instinctual tarot saying. Love is the peace past standing of all. So if it is not the concept of love before it's anything else, it's a failure. So right out the gate and right out their mouth, as soon as they are envious or obsessive, or don't want love for another person, it falls straight to hell. All wishes, dreams, and aspirations within that situation makes it nowhere to flourish. Things like that just does not flourish. People think when they give the evil eye, they somehow winning, but then that is the what, guys? The differences in reality. And I'm gonna leave it there. This was Instinctual Tarot. I am Dre Eden. This was the differences in reality, and I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, shalom.